Hey everybody, Dreadlad here, and today we're going to be talking about the Rescue Ranger. It got another buff, which I don't think that it really needed at all. To be completely honest, you can still drag your sentries and move them up to wherever spots you want. This is actually a very popular place to put it on Thundermountain. You can hide back here in the corner, you can stand on top of your dispenser, and you can just shoot your thing and repair it, and it doesn't even require ammo to repair it. It just takes a bolt of your ammo, or it doesn't take any metal at all. It just takes one shot of your ammo. That's all it does, and it does 75 health per shot, so you can pretty much repair your sentry up to full with 2 shots. Look right there, from nearly no health to full in 2 shots. That's all it takes, and it reloads really quickly. And anybody that's going to put out any kind of like serious damage to it and it's actually going to hurt it, they're just not going to hurt it. You can just keep this thing alive. I think there were 2 soldiers shooting it right here, and I'm just keeping it alive, no problem whatsoever. You can just spam it. It doesn't require any metal. I actually think that that's something that they might need to do to it. They might need to make it require metal when you're healing things, because right now I can just shoot this thing from far away and it will be fine until it runs out of ammo, which will be a very long time from now. So getting up here, getting a ton of kills on either side, because people pretty much have to come out of that point, and it dies here because I kind of miss my spot. As you can see, I kind of missed and wasn't hitting the spot quite correctly, and we will actually get pushed back to the second part right here, which is another really good sentry spot. And again, just sort of showcasing the Wrangler. This is actually, for the most part, really boring. If you didn't know about the sentry spot, this is pretty much my favorite. Incredibly, almost impossible to take down. Obviously, if a spy jumps down and zaps it, and then like a demo man gets in the right spot and throws some stickies down in front of it, it'll die. But there's nothing that you can really do about that anyway, except for having like a dedicated pyro helping you out. But just getting a ton of kills here and just having a ton of fun with the Wrangler. And this will go on until the match will end and I get like third or something like that. But I just wanted to say that the Wrangler is very nice. Your sentry has 200 health, 75 repair per shot, so 2 repairs can bring it from nothing to over half, and 3 shots and it's fully repaired. Whereas before I think it was 50 or 60, something along those lines, but it was not at, and even if it's 50, it requires 4 shots to fully heal. Now it's 3 shots to overheal it, if it could overheal, but I'm just saying it could then take a little bit of damage, and you could have that extra bit of oomph there. So, that is pretty much the end of that. And just the Rescue Ranger is just so good now. And if you have never tried that weapon before, you definitely need to try it now. So, I also recorded this, and this is on a ×10 server with the Rescue Ranger, and if you didn't know, it also got a damage bonus, so it does more damage now. Now on this ×10 server, the damage bonus does not, it's not increased any more than it is on a regular server, so I'm doing the exact same amount of damage that I would on a regular server, it just has a lot more shots in it. So I can fire and fire and fire and fire. But as you can see, I'm doing 50 damage per shot, 40 damage per shot. It's incredibly powerful. So it's not that weapon where, honestly, before I would never want to get into a fight with the Rescue Ranger. I'm better off taking out my pistol. Now, if you can aim with it a little bit and you can get some nice shots on, you will be perfectly fine. Obviously, ×10 server isn't the greatest place to really showcase that, but it sort of is at the same time, because you are seeing here that it can load a lot of damage very quickly. It doesn't fire quite as fast as this, and it doesn't have this many shots, but you can still unload 4 shots into an enemy and take out 200 health very quickly. So not quite as good as a shotgun still, but still does a ton of damage, and still very useful. Rescue Ranger, certainly a weapon not to be messed with. I'm also boasting the Gunslinger, which is giving me an insane amount of health on this ×10 server. And what else? I think I'm just using the regular pistol or something like that. And my mini sentry also has a bajillion health, and we are just, annihilating everybody here. I'm pretty sure that I get top scoring in whatever this one is. I'm not going to show the whole thing because I also switch off and do a bunch of other classes, and that's actually something else that I want to do. It's another video soon to come. It's going to be where I do a x10 server, and every single time I die, I'll switch to the next class down the list. So I'll just go Scout, Soldier, Pyro, Demo, Heavy, and just go down the list and do my best, like some of my favorite loadouts for those, and I'll maybe do it twice and just go through and do the whole thing. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Just upcoming things soon to come. Also, on some of the x10 servers, or at least this one that I was on, some of the bonuses weren't quite transferring. I don't know if that's because the servers hadn't been updated, but it didn't say it was an older version of TF2 or that there was any problem with that. So I'm not entirely sure. I just stuck that pyro to the wall with my gun. This thing, and its damage. But I'm not sure if some of the x10 servers just aren't up to date yet, or if x10 just hasn't been modified for all the new weapon changes, or what the deal is. But if you go on and, like, for example, I really wanted to try out the winger. I wanted to jump, and I wanted to rocket jump with the winger, basically, is what I wanted to do. And the bonus wasn't there yet. I was just jumping like you normally would with the winger with just 25% bonus, so I don't know. I'm sure it'll be there at some point, or maybe they just didn't do it because they don't want you to rocket jump with a pistol, but I don't know. I don't know how things work, so I'll leave it up to them. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Probably not really. Thanks, Valve. And I'll leave you with this thought. Why does the only black guy have all of the pills?